Let's go to the second hypothesis. Let's say two more drugs have come into the market, C and D. Just like before, we give the drug to 3 people. And we measure how long we took for each person to recover from that virus. And then we gave the drug D to 3 people and measured how long it took for them to recover from the virus. And based on this data, we can create a hypothesis about drug C and drug D. What is the claim that you can make out of this? 13 hours. So, people taking drug C need on an average 13 few hours to recover. This is how you should write the hypothesis. Okay? Initial hypothesis, but statistically how you should write, I'll articulate it later, because if I start telling H0 is equal to so and so and H1 equal to so and so, you will get scared. Now, just like before, we decide to test this hypothesis by repeating this experiment. But this time what we found? The results repeated, we get the results slightly different, and it is 12-hour difference. Again we repeat, and this time also it's slightly different from what is initially, and it is 13.5 hours difference. So the good news is that probably we didn't mislabel the drugs like we did last time. And the differences between these 3 experiments, we can say it might be due to random variations. Random variation means the type of people whom we have picked, who has got immunity different, who have got diet different, who have got living habits different, who have got exercise habits different, and all that. This is called random difference. So here if you see, like maybe these people exercised a lot and had a relative healthy habits, because if you see this 13 and 12 hours difference, this might be the thing, same thing, and compared to those people who took longer time to recover. This 1.5 hours difference might be due to random lot difference. But regardless, the hypothesis says people taking drug C need a few hours lesser time to recover. But when we repeated the experiment, what we got, one was 12, which was different from 13 hours, and one was 13.5, which was different from 13.5 hours. So my question is, would you reject the null hypothesis? In fact, I will later on use one terminology. You should never say reject. It is only fine to reject. Okay. The only reason the hypothesis says 13 few hours is because that was the result from the first experiment. That is the only reason we put 13. There is no other reason why we put 13 here. Because if this was the first experiment we have done with these people, I would have put the first hypothesis as 12 fewer hours. Or if this was the first set of people that I have done the experiment, I would have put as 13.5 hours. But the only reason that I put 13 hours in the first hypothesis is that I took these people for the experiment.